Background checks for realtors. In this video, we're going to go over public resources people have at the state level, at the county level, to do background checks on just about any professional they work with. And I'm going to go ahead and use the state of Michigan as an example. You have an option to do a name check right away. This is an instant search that looks at records on the national level. It goes through public databases, criminal records, has access to a couple of private databases. There's deep web type of things, social media. So it's a mixed bag, and you can do that instantly. It'll display some information right away. If you if you want to proceed with it and go get the full complete file, you can do that. At the state level, if you scroll down, you have your essentials when it comes to background checks: court records, recorder's office, criminal records, business lookup. If you need to verify a business LLC license, you can do that at the state level. Prison records, sexual offender registry. And then at the county level, you have multiple links also for, let's say you want to do jail records, mugshots, recorder's office, like property records, things like that. Again, court. And let's take a look at criminal records and court records. Criminal records are typically the most sought after record types. Each state will offer you a variation of some kind of a background check. Like in the state of Michigan here, it's very basic. It's a name-based check, and it gives you a statewide criminal history search, and I think the price is very reasonable too. They might charge like $10 a name, so it looks like it goes, I think the state, Michigan State Police, it looks like, runs this. In most cases, the state police does this in just about every state. Some of them will make it really easy, just like this. Some of them will have more complex options. Just depends on the state. Another option you have available is court records, and in particular when researching professionals, it might be necessary to maybe even check the court records, because they could include things like financials. And in this case of Michigan, you have a lot of different databases that can be looked at. Some states will give you a more centralized database to check, but as an example here, you have one county and you have 3 different court databases: district, probate, circuit. But if you know what you're looking for, it's very easy. You just type a name and you go, and you're able to look at civil information or civil lawsuit information and criminal records. And I'm going to show you how the criminal record or the court system works. Again, I'm just going to stick to Michigan. We created a visual representation of the way this judicial system is set up in every state, so you're able to kind of visually see exactly what you want to research when you are doing your research. You have your lower level courts, medium, and then of course the top level, which would be Supreme Court of Appeals. Something on the lower level would be like a city court, and they'll do like parking tickets, things like that. If you want to check for things like evictions or small claims or lower level crimes, you want to do district court. Higher end crimes like felonies, family, is going to be at the circuit court level. So if you know which court type of court record you're looking for specifically, you can just shoot straight to that county, to the county where the person resides, or maybe check multiple counties and check these the databases of these courts specifically, like circuit or district or whatever it may be. So just a heads up on that. Another thing to consider is could be things like, excuse me, let me get back to the appropriate page here. Another thing to look up would be maybe to verify if somebody claims they have a business or a license. You want to make sure everything is legit with the state. That's another thing you could verify. You could also do the prison record system, and if you need to check prison record and jail records are going to be slightly different. Prison is sentences over a year, jail is anything under a year. So anything under a year, they're probably going to stay at the local sheriff's jail, and those records are slightly different than the prison records. So we've done the research for top most populous counties within every state, so you're able to research that information on the background check page. And we have multiple pages that cover different categories that specialize in particular record types, like background checks, criminal records, court information, inmate, vital information, warrant search. So if you come on down to sheriffsdepartment.net, and I'll leave a link in the description, you can look at all of these local official resources you have at your disposal, or just type sheriffsdepartment.net into your browser and come on down.